We could send someone out, but really...
Has anybody seen Sergeant Gallagher? Jones?
Out the back, I think.
Prosecution Division's hounding me about the Fitzgerald brief.
Yeah, I'm just finishing.
As soon as possible. He's on my desk by 5.
Yeah, it's as good as there.
That's what they all say.
Excuse me.
I'm afraid I need to talk to other people, mate.
No, you just stick with domestic, mate. I'll handle this.
You give me
How can I help you?
Well, I'm sure I could think of something under other circumstances, but for the moment I'm just looking for Tess Gallagher.
Well, you and everyone else.
Yeah, I think she's in the locker room.
Right, well, perhaps I could help you with something.
We could start by telling me when you knock off work.
I'm afraid that's classified information.
Well, I'm good at keeping secrets, so you can trust me.
Why don't I go find Tess for you so you can get back to work?
Meow.
How are you always this friendly with complete strangers?
Just a sucker for a man in uniform, I guess.
Tess? Tess? Oh, sorry, you okay?
Yeah, no, fine. What's up?
Why don't you pop home and have a proper sleep? I'm sure the boss wouldn't mind.
I was just resting my eyes for a few minutes.
You sure?
Yep, pregnant, not incapacitated. Little snooze and I'm as good as gold.
Ah, good, because there's some bimbo at the front counter asking for you.
Come off it, you were flirting as hard as she was.
I didn't say unattractive, it's just a bit of a flame.
Okay, I'll deal with it.
Tess!
Oh, it's good to see you.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
Oh, look at the size of you. I'd better stay away from the beach, Tessie, because if Greenpeace spot you, they'll tow you back out to sea.
Everyone, this is my little sister Bridie. This is Joe, Evan and Ben.
How are you?
Hello.
Are you just passing through, or what's the story?
Well,
What is the story?
we just got a job in the district with my new boyfriend.
Another one?
No, you're
Yeah,
like He's lovely guy. Very sweet.
You always say.
I need to see someone right now! Listen to me! I want to confess. I've just killed a woman.
And Sid, where did this happen?
At my place. The turn-off to Acacia Road.
And what was the woman's name?
Bunny.
Bunny?
We hadn't been going out for too long.
You said there was an argument.
There was a bit of pushing and shoving. Suddenly she sort of fell over. She hit her head on the end of the table and she just went down. She just lay there still. I knew she had to be dead.
Did you call an ambulance?
I tried to revive her myself.
And that's how you got the blood on your hands.
It was an accident. But I murdered her.
We're going to need some backup. Might have a crime scene. We'll need to seal it off.
Yeah, sure. Take Constable Jones. He's apparently got nothing better to do than to gossip with my sister.
Constable?
Copy later, Constable.
Bridie.
Anyone else at home?
No, I live here on my own.
What about employees, drivers?
Well, it's hard enough earning a living by myself.
So no one else saw this incident?
No, it's just her and me, that's all.
You've got to open up, Sid.
Yes. Ah, I can't go in there. You know, you take a look in there. She's in the kitchen.
Better stay with him.
No sign of a body.
Blood on the corner of the table, on the floor.
What are you talking about? She's got to be there.
Well, we've been through the whole house, Mr. Harrison. There's no sign of her.
I want to see for myself.
Better call it in. Wait for Ben to take a look around, then we'll take Sid back to the station. See if we can get some sense out of him.
Bunny was just a nickname I gave her. I never knew her real name.
But you said you'd been going out.
All right. I only met her this morning, but she seemed up for it. In fact, I thought we'd make a good match. It's been pretty lonely since Val passed away.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
Because I didn't want to make her sound like a whore.
Well, where did you meet her, Sid?
On the road. I mean, she was walking. I just stopped and I gave her a lift.
Can you describe her?
She was young, about in her 20s, I'd say. Fair hair, 5'7", blue eyes. Oh, lovely. I mean, she was beautiful.
You picked her up?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Well, we started chatting and one thing led to another.
And she agreed to come home with you?
Yeah. In fact, she really seemed to like me.
But that's not how it went.
No, well, everything was all right until I tried to get a little friendlier. I mean, I never tried to force her, I swear I'd never do that. But she just went crazy, huh? I grabbed her just to calm her down, and we were wrestling a bit, and she just went over. And I was sure I'd killed her.
No, this time it's the real thing, Tess. With Calvin, I finally found what I want.
He doesn't mind about the kids?
Well, they're staying at their grand's.
How can you do that to them?
Hey, why does he always have to be so hard on Mum? She's not so bad. And the kids love being with her.
Okay.
It's just till we get settled in the new job and everything.
Yeah, so tell me about the new
it's in
job.
the hospitality industry. Calvin and I have been brought in to manage this really classy 4-star hotel just outside of town.
That sounds great.
Yeah. But listen, what's the story with this Jonesy spunk?
What story?
Isn't he the one you're telling me about? The guy with the huge crush on you?
That's well in the past.
He's not the real father, is he?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Cross your heart, hope to die.
Bridie.
Well, he seems a more likely candidate than some poofter doctor.
You never change.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Put that woman down. You don't know where she's been. Hello, babe. I thought you'd still be here. No.
This is my boyfriend, Calvin Baker. And this
G'day,
is
you must be Tess.
G'day.
Yeah, Bridie's told me a lot about you.
Oh, good, I hope.
Listen, I finished the business I had to attend to, so I thought maybe we can go to the pub for a couple of beers. Why don't you join us?
Look, we've got something on here, so maybe later I've got to stick around and see how it pans out.
You know where to find us. Come on, babe.
This is hopeless. The sun's about to go down. We're running around the bush calling out for some woman whose name we don't even know.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to keep going with Bunny.
Yeah, like she's going to answer to that. It's given to her by some sleazoid truckie who picks her up, goes the grope, and then leaves her for dead.
We don't know the full story yet. She didn't have to accept the lift or go home with him.
Oh, so it's always the woman's fault, is it?
No, I'm not saying that, but I do think you're right. I don't think there's much point searching any further tonight.
Mount Thomas 30 to Mount Thomas 900.
Go ahead, 308.
Look, it's really starting to get dark out here, Sarge. Even if there was something to see, I doubt that we'd spot it.
Okay, I've organised SCS, K9 and SAR to be ready first thing.
Receive that.
But seeing as you are still on duty, check all the farms on your way back. Someone must have seen something.
Oh, come on, Sarge.
A woman is missing, Senior.
Copy that.
Bang. You're dead. Whoa! Oh, don't hit me, Sergeant. I'm unarmed.
Not funny, Calvin.
Oh, that's a problem with the coppers. No sense of humour.
Hey, you'll have no sense of teeth if you do something like that again.
He's just kidding, Tess.
I thought you guys were at the pub.
Yeah, we were. Then we decided to stay on for dinner.
Yeah, her idea, not mine.
So I came to drag you along with us, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time.
Oh, look, thanks, guys, but I'm really knackered.
Oh, please, come along with us. Please.
All right, if you insist. But you'll have to wait on that side of the counter. Trying to get some work done here.
Sid, either you killed her or you committed a serious assault.
Do you think she's still alive?
Either way, you're in serious trouble.
Look, if you find her, I could apologise. She'd forgive me. We start all over again.
Sid, we're not here to give you romantic advice.
Well, I didn't mean to hurt her.
We're investigating a possible crime. And I have to tell you, I don't completely buy your version of events, so if there's anything at all you need to tell us, is there?
No.
All right, here's how it goes. Without evidence, we release you. For the moment.
We'll be making further inquiries, but if I do find that you did assault this girl, I'll be charging you. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand. Just find her for me.
Hey, back again.
Yeah, just waiting on Tess. Oh, Calvin, this is Jonesy. Jonesy, Calvin.
Hey, pleasure. Yeah, for you, maybe.
All right, I'm knocking off. You might as well call it a night too, Constable.
Yeah, right, Sarge.
We're going out to dinner, Jonesy. Won't you come along?
Righty, I'm sure he's got plenty of other stuff on.
Well, actually, I don't.
Then come. I mean, how often do you get the chance to go out with both Gallagher sisters at once?
You put it that way.
What made you decide to join the police force?
Well, I was too squeamish to be a brain surgeon, too scared of heights to be an astronaut. Couldn't get an honest job more like it.
They're not too fond of coppers, Calvin.
No, you know what they say, the only difference between a crim and a copper is a uniform.
That's true of a small percentage of members, but they're fast dying out.
So you say. So when was the last time you took a bribe?
Guys, let's keep it nice. This is a sister-sister reunion and we're being left out of the conversation.
So when was the last time you took a bribe?
So, Bridie, this is your first time out, Thomas?
Yeah. I'd have come sooner if I knew you were here.
How are the kids, Bridie? Is Tyler, what, 8 now?
7. I was a child mother.
Obviously.
We're a bit short-staffed tonight. Your meals won't be very much longer.
You reckon you can get them here by the end of the next century?
Doubt it. Chris is a friend of ours.
Your shout.
Right. Same again?
Get me another pot.
Who's your mate?
It's not mine, mate. Hey. Finally knocked off.
We must have checked every farm in the vicinity.
Usual?
Just a water, thanks, Chris. And?
Well, nothing. Couldn't find a single person who's seen a woman of that description. What was it your mate wanted? I'll speak of the devil.
I want to work with you privately.
You need a hand?
Cute.
What's the problem?
You think I'm blind?
What?
You think I see you coming on to my woman?
It's known as polite conversation, Calvin. Something you obviously don't
Listen
understand.
here, smartass. You lose interest in Bridie right here, right now, or else.
So I'm not allowed to be friendly?
You be friendly again, pal, and you're going to regret it.
Don't call me pal, mate.
Don't call me mate, pal.
Look, you're obviously too drunk. Just get out of my
Right,
face,
you want to
will
go
ya?
settle this? Settle in the bloody car park right now.
The day I want to settle things with you, Calvin, believe me, you'd know about
Listen
it.
here, you just back off. You so much as look sideways at her again, and someone's going to end up dead. You get that message?
Oi. Hey, we haven't finished yet.
Big boy. Hey,
No, he threatened me.
you want to have to explain this to the boss in the morning?
He's not worth it, Jonesy.
He's not. Just leave it. A few breaths, maybe he had a drink.
Chris recommended this one.
Yeah. Thanks, Jonesy. This is a really good drop.
It's a really good drop. What the hell would you know?
I just meant that.
You know as much about wine as you do about anything else, which is nothing.
Listen, Calvin.
I wouldn't be so keen if I were you. She had more blokes go through than the turnstiles of the MCG.
That is not a very nice thing to say
Why don't you
about
try and
your
stay
girlfriend.
out of it, Tess? Can't help sticking your nose in, can you?
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help.
Coming, Calvin. You can stop trying to control my life for a change, okay?
Bridie!
Well, it seems to be going quite well, don't you think?
Here we go, steaks are coming.
Any chance of a doggy bag, Chris?
Finals?
Have you eaten anything?
Oh, I'm too tired to be hungry. Hey, thanks for bringing me back.
Yeah. Just don't know why you let her talk to you that way.
What way?
I know she's your sister and everything, but she's a bit of a...
Bit of a what?
I just don't understand how an obviously intelligent woman like Bridie would just waste her time with a dickhead like that.
She's a great kid, really. Because of our family situation, she needs a lot of positive reinforcement and she looks for it in men.
Well, she's got shocking taste.
She's been unlucky so far. She'll meet the right bloke one day.
Well, she thinks she has.
But maybe he's not as bad as he seems.
I don't believe I'm hearing this. Where's my tough old Sarge?
She's my sister, Evan. Yeah, hang on.
No, I'll get it.
He took off and left me to walk home.
Bridie!
Right.
What's happened? Hey, come on, come on. Shh.
Bastard!
Bridie, did he hit you? Oh, come. Be a brave soldier. This is going to sting just a little bit. There you go.
Oh.
Not too bad, is it?
I'll have a scar, do you think?
Of course not.
So where is he?
He pushed me out of the car and then drove off. I suppose he's gone back to where we're working.
Which is?
Heritage Homestead Hotel out on St David's Road. When he gets jealous, he just goes totally ape.
How come you always end up with these jealous, violent apes? It's almost as though you choose them on purpose.
How come you don't have a man at all?
We're not talking about me,
Oh, except
Bridie.
the gay doctor who got you up the duff then racked off, and who can blame him?
Bridie, that's not fair.
Don't you tell me what's fair. Hey, what are you even doing here anyway? She doesn't want you. Why don't you rack off?
Evan, it might be better if you did leave. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
So you can't even keep a man.
I don't want a man. And I certainly don't want one that bashes me up.
My name is Katya. Welcome to Heritage Homestead Hotel.
Well, thank you, Katya. I'm here to see Calvin Baker.
Business?
Yeah, business.
Calvin, man here to see you.
Well, look who it is, Australia's only honest cop.
Police.
I'll handle this, Katya. He's probably on the take and doesn't want any witnesses.
What is take?
Just go, you dumb bitch. Pretty good at pushing women around, aren't you? Just tell me why you're here and make it fast. I want to talk to you about the injuries you caused Bridie Gallagher. What injuries? I don't have to answer these questions. Well, in fact, you do, Calvin. Because unless you can come up with a pretty convincing story, I'll make sure you're taken out of the station and charged. You're bluffing. You can't arrest me. Why'd you have to put the bloody pigs on
I
me,
didn't,
bitch?
I swear. Does he have to be in those things?
Constable.
He resisted arrest.
Look, I'm sure they can come off now. Constable.
Mr. Baker, my sister alleges that you struck her in the face earlier this evening, causing a cut lip. She wishes to charge you with assault.
You wouldn't do that to me, would you, babe? I didn't mean to hurt you. It's just a bit of a blue.
No, Calvin. It's what we honest coppers call assault.
You don't really want him to do that to me, do you?
Yes, she does, Mr. Baker. Now,
No,
if you...
I don't. I want to forget the whole thing.
What?
Never happened.
I love you, babe.
Bridie, can I see you for a moment, please? I'm trying to help you here. I thought we'd agreed you were going to press
I
charges.
changed my mind. I'm allowed to do that, aren't I?
No, you're not. We discussed this and we decided it
No,
was
you
best.
decided. I just went along with it to shut you up.
Oh, Bridie, don't be ridiculous. You know that's not true. You're scared of him, aren't you?
No. We love each other, but you wouldn't understand that, would you? Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to let you ruin our relationship like you've ruined your own.
Hey, I did not ruin
Of
my
course you
relationship.
did, because you always think you know better than everyone else, but in this case you don't. So just stay out of it, okay? Let me live my own life my own way for once.
That's my girl. Hey, how about we go back to the homestead, eh? Okay.
What is wrong with that girl?
Can't blame her.
Well, without her cooperation, there's no way we can make the charge stick.
You just don't understand about Bridie. She's her own worst enemy. She just lets her heart overrule her head.
Well, she's too stupid to realise
she's not
that if he gets her
stupid.
once, he'll hit her again.
And she's not a bimbo or a flake. She's my sister. So please, just watch your language when you talk about it.
You're defending her? If that was anyone else, she'd be ropeable.
You never liked her from the moment she walked in.
What are you talking about? I went out of my way to be nice to her, to try to help her out.
I don't want to discuss it anymore, Constable. Just lock up when you leave.
Any sign of Bunny down your end?
Not so far. Search and rescue agree that last night's rain probably washed away any tracks.
Yeah, the trail's gone cold.
This is great. This is really going to put Tess in a good mood.
Yeah, I noticed she was kind of cranky this morning.
Can I just say, I don't understand bloody women.
Mark numbers 900 to 308.
Well, your radio.
And you're closest, mate. Off you go.
.308 receiving. Go ahead, Sarge.
We've had a report from a farmer's wife in the area who thinks someone might be in a chook shed. Could be our missing woman.
You got the address?
Yes, it is the Jenkins property on Hillfield Road.
Jonesy.
Hold on a second, Sarge.
Is this a definite sighting?
It's just a possibility, boss.
Ben's just told me they already checked the place yesterday.
Then check it again today and get on with it, Constable.
Received.
Well, I glanced out the kitchen window and I could have sworn I saw this woman standing over here near the chalk pen. But by the time I got my gumboots on and came round here, she'd vanished.
No one you recognised?
No, never seen her before. But, you know, I reckon she was nicking my eggs.
What makes you say that?
Well, something funny's going on. I mean, I've got black Orpingtons, and when they're weighing, I could get at least a dozen, but there wasn't even half of that. And I promised the Lions Club at least 3 sponges for their cake stall.
But you couldn't hide in there without being seen.
Well, we might have a look around the other outbuildings if that's okay with you.
Oh, sure, there's quite a few of them. Come on, I'll show you. This is the last one, the hay shed.
Well, if you notice anything else strange, Mrs. Jenkins, don't hesitate to contact us.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, how did that get there?
One of your hens must have got out. Shame my colleague broke it.
Yeah, shame it went all over my boot.
You could have used it in one of your sponges, Mrs. Jenkins.
Hey, hey, it's all right, it's all right. We don't want to hurt you, we don't want to hurt you.
Oh, that's okay. Look, we don't want to hurt you, okay?
Still a shame in there.
Yeah, it's all right. No one wants to hurt you, all right?
I don't think she speaks any English.
Yeah, it's okay. No one's here to hurt you, okay? Well, she must be starving. She's been eating raw eggs.
Well, they kept her strong enough?
Do you want some coffee? A cafe? And here's some Tim Tams or something healthier. Yeah. We don't want to hurt you. We want to be friends. Yeah. See, she understands me.
Sid didn't mention anything about Bunny being foreign.
Well, there's quite a few things Sid didn't mention.
I can't see any obvious signs of blood either.
Joe, can you check her head for an injury?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, have you hurt here? Yeah. Yeah, she has.
So she is Bunny.
Not until we get a positive ID from Sid.
We're going to need an interpreter too.
Any idea what language she speaks?
In the meantime, Parrish, you and Jones can take it out of the hospital, have that wound taken care of.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. We have to take you to the hospital now. Yeah, come on. Do you want to get her another coffee?
Yeah, not a problem.
this is your number, and when this number comes up on the screen, that means the doctor is ready to see you. Dr. Checkhead, stitches, understand?
Doctor.
Okay. What's wrong? I think she's going to be sick. It's all right. I'll take you to the lady.
I think you better come have a look at this. He says he's been stabbed.
Calvin, what happened?
Piss off, copper.
Do you know anything more about this?
All he said was the bitch stabbed me.
What happened? Oh, apparently Tess's sister's boyfriend got himself stabbed.
The hospital told Jones that the wound is too shallow to be life-threatening.
They're treating him now.
A couple of sutures and a course of antibiotics, apparently.
When did that happen?
Sometime this morning, but he apparently tried to patch himself up before driving to the hospital.
Tough bloke, eh?
You better get out of the hospital and talk to him when he comes out of surgery. Oh, did you locate Sid?
Oh, he's not at home. Ben is checking his booking service.
And Joe's found an interpreter for the foreign woman, a Russian cleaner at the hospital.
Как вас зовут?
Не знаю.
She keeps saying she doesn't know.
Doesn't know what?
Her name. PJ, this is Vlad. He's trying to help us.
G'day, how you doing? How's it going?
It's like pulling teeth. The only thing we've been able to establish so far is that she knows some Russian, but when it comes to anything else, including her name, she says she doesn't remember.
Well, she hit her head. Maybe she's got amnesia.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, ask her if she knows a man named Sid.
Знаете человека по имени Сид?
Нет.
No.
Well, that bit I got.
He used to go out with a Russian doctor. Where's Dr. Titty when you need her, eh?
This one's not Russian. I mean, she understands it, but I think she's actually Ukrainian.
Isn't it the same?
Well, not for the last 8 or 9 centuries, but who's counting?
What did the nurse say?
Well, she thinks she should stay in for observation.
Can you tell her that?
Врачи вас хотят оставить здесь.
Нет, нет, не забни меня здесь. Возьми меня в полицию. Мне там будет лучше.
What's she saying?
She wants you to take her to the police station where she'll feel safe. Crazy.
What do you reckon?
Okay, take her. Jonesy and I will wait here till we can have a few words with Calvin.
Okay, come on. You should tell me your name, otherwise I'm going to have to keep calling you Bunny. Boss, had a minor breakthrough of sorts. I've established that she's really Natasha and she's from the Ukraine.
Ukraine? What's she doing here?
Well, I don't know. That's all I could manage to get out of her.
So does that mean she speaks Russian?
Well, enough to understand it, but apparently it's a different dialect or something.
All right, you'd better get on to St David's and change the interpreter from a Russian to a Ukrainian. How'd you go with Sid Harrison?
Best I could do was leave a message.
You don't suppose he's done a runner?
Well, his booking service say that he's off delivering a load of blood and bone to Echuca.
In the meantime, this case continues to fly in ever-decreasing concentric circles.
I don't know who did it.
Someone gets close enough to use a knife on you and you don't know who did it.
That's right.
When did this stabbing take place?
Early, about 6:37. I was in the garage. It was dark. I couldn't see who it was.
And you waited there all that time before you showed up here?
Took that long to realise I needed a quack.
Oh, scratch marks on your face.
Got in an argument with a cat.
Who are you protecting?
Bridie? Because that'd make sense. She getting even for what you did to her last night.
Things get a bit willing, she scratches you, then stabs you.
I've got nothing more to say.
Suit yourself. We'll be having a word with her, though.
No. No, not Bridie.
She did have opportunity, Tess.
And according to Jones, a possible motive.
But to brood on it all night and then suddenly decide to stab him the next morning. I don't believe it.
Nevertheless, Jones and PJ are bringing her in to get her version of events. I trust you have no objection to that.
Are you cold? Oh, sorry. Yeah, maybe we can get you a... We'll get you a jumper in the locker room. Here. Come here.
That interpreter's due on his check.
Yeah, won't be.
See? It's all this. I don't even know what I'm supposed to have done.
Bridie, don't worry. I'll sort it out. It'll be okay.
Jonesy?
Let me talk to her.
Sorry.
sorry.
PJ, at least let me be present.
It's not appropriate at the moment. Okay?
Do you admit that the two of you had a violent argument
It
last
was
night?
nothing.
Well, serious enough for Constable Jones here to arrest Mr.
Well, I don't
Baker.
know why he did that.
Because you told me he hit you.
We had a slight disagreement. We sorted it all out at the station.
Right. Well, can you run through what happened when you both left here?
We went straight home. Calvin was apologising the whole way, so we went home to bed. And had some great make-up sex. Is that a crime?
And this was the last time you saw him?
I'm a deep sleeper, so by the time I'd woken up, he'd already gone.
Can anyone substantiate this?
No, the rest of the staff knew about the back.
Okay, let me run something past you, if I may. You both got home, you had this great make-up sex, as you say, but things might have got a little nasty again in the morning. In the morning, he went to the garage, you followed him, you stabbed him, then you went to bed.
No, I didn't do it.
So you have no idea how Mr. Baker sustained his wounds?
No idea in the world.
Well, basically, she flatly denies any knowledge.
No word from crime scene?
Well, they're going to go through the garage and the bedroom. If they come up with anything, they'll let us know.
This is a very difficult situation, PJ.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Do you really think Tessa's sister could have done this?
I got to be honest, boss. I mean, she is shaping up as a prime victim.
Boss, I think I at least have the right to talk to my own sister.
Well, she's a key suspect at the moment.
Bridie is just not capable of this.
Well, from what I've heard, the relationship is a bit volatile.
What are you implying, PJ?
Well, a couple of slaps either way, it might have pushed her over the edge, Tess.
Is this all that is going on?
And what else have you got?
Dr. Habibi reckons that the stabbing wound most probably would have been inflicted by a woman.
And how does he come to this brilliant conclusion?
Because, quote, it wasn't made with the force or depth you'd expect from a man.
So Bridie did it?
Yes. Look, she's the only woman we know with a motive.
All right. I think Sergeant Gallagher should be allowed a few minutes with her sister.
Thank you, boss.
In PJ's presence.
See you in the interview room.
Thanks very much.
I swear to God, I had nothing to do with what happened to Calvin.
You're telling the truth?
Cross my heart and hope to die, Tessie. I'm really worried about him.
Now, she's told you all that she knows, and her boyfriend is in hospital, and she naturally wants to go and see him. Can she go?
Not yet, I'm afraid. I've still got a few more questions.
I know her, and she's telling the truth.
The police stations across the country are filled with people who tell the truth.
She wouldn't lie to me. Not after she's given her oath. If she says she didn't do it, she didn't do it.
So what, you just want me to take your word for it?
Why are you so intent on persecuting an innocent girl?
Firstly, Tess, she's not just your little sister anymore. She's a suspect in a serious assault. And secondly, I'm not persecuting anyone. I'm doing my job, so I'd appreciate it if you just got off my back and let me do it.
You are so
All right,
prepared.
people, can we come to a compromise here? Now, is it obvious to anybody else that whoever stabbed Calvin probably also put those scratches on his face? So why don't we just take a sample from under Bridie's fingernails, then we can release her until the forensic report comes back. Agreed?
I'll need to get enough of this to get an identifiable sample. It shouldn't hurt, but just let me know if it does, okay?
I'll be brave. Just for you.
So, is the interpreter here yet?
Where have you been?
I was just ducked down the shops.
Did you let anyone know that you were leaving the station, Constable?
Well, we're only gone 10 minutes, and Natasha needs something warmer, so...
So we're outfitters now, are we?
Oh, we are if people are cold. Anyway, she's a witness, not a suspect.
Excuse me.
Yes, sorry.
My name is Olga Stefanik. I was told you needed an interpreter.
Great, yes, thank you. Come through. This is the young woman, Natasha. We need you to speak with her.
Наtasha? Я також з України. Як ти думаєш, дорогеньке, ми можемо говорити. Бідна дівчина.
Ви не знаєте, люди тут свині. Тільки ця жінка
Вона дала мені поміч. Чому я сюди приїхала? Я не розумію мову. І ці люди не розуміють мене. Не можу навіть розказати, що той чоловік зробив мені.
Вас зґвалтували?
Так, зґвалтував.
She says she was raped.
Raped? Who raped her?
Bridie, stay out of it. It's police business. Then go home.
But, Bridie, if you can help us, I mean, if you do know anything...
PJ, she doesn't know anything. Don't be ridiculous.
Sarge, you want me to get her to the crisis centre at the hospital for examination? Olga's kindly volunteered to interpret.
That's a good idea.
You speak her language?
Yes.
Will she tell you who did it?
No, she wouldn't say.
Why don't you ask her again before the quacks completely traumatise her?
Bridie, back off.
Well, makes sense to me.
То був все чоловік.
I got the message. I just got back. Any sign... Bunny?
Bunny. He raped me.
Sid, you have a real problem now.
Is Bunny going to be all right? I'd like to make it up to her. What do you reckon about flowers?
Just forget the flowers. You've already admitted that you picked the girl up.
Look, I admit that things went a bit out of control.
You thought you'd killed her?
I know things look bad, but I swear I'd never rape a woman.
You could have caught up with her again earlier this morning.
Where were you between 6 and 7?
I got you there. I was on my way to Echuca. You can check that with the blokes I delivered to.
Well, his alibi checks out. Dropped off a load of blood and bone in Echuca at 8, and according to the manager, didn't leave until after 9.
Right, so either Natasha's lying and there was no rape, or somebody else was responsible.
Well, it seems that way.
Right, so if Sid was on the road at 7, where was she at the same time?
Well, you'd assume asleep in the haystack.
Never assume, it's a bad habit.
Okay.
Right, and we've got no idea how long she'd been there.
No.
Okay, let's see. Now, from what we know of this woman, if there was a rape, she put up a hell of a fight.
Mate, she's got it in her.
And who do we know who's got recent scratch marks on his face at the moment?
Calvin Baker.
Exactly, which means all this stuff is related. In other words, Calvin is our real rapist and she stabbed him in retaliation.
But wait, we've got no evidence to say that the two have actually met.
Is Joe still at the hospital?
Yeah, I assume. I believe so.
All right, get her to find out if Natasha knows Calvin. In the meantime, we've got no other option but to cut Sid loose. Again.
Hey, what do you think about roses?
Sorry?
I mean, for Bunny. Or maybe Gladys?
Do I look like a florist?
Oh.
Did Natasha ever mention a place called the Heritage Homestead Hotel to you, Sid?
No. Why should she? We were just two people that met on the road.
She fingers him for a major crime, and all he's worried about is what sort of flowers to get her.
Did the possibility ever occur to you that he might really care for her?
PJ, Joe said Natasha denies knowing either the Heritage Homestead or Calvin.
Calvin? What's Calvin got to do with any of this?
Well, he's a suspect in Natasha's rape.
You're really clutching at straws now, aren't you?
Possibly, but she's very cagey where she's staying in town. I think it might be the Heritage Hotel.
She couldn't afford it.
Well, when I went there last night, I met a Russian-sounding woman who worked there. Katya, I think.
Maybe our Natasha works there as well.
Yeah, I don't doubt they employ staff. It's a 4-star hotel.
Which means Bridie might have been a witness to whatever happened.
Are you suggesting Bridie had something to do with the rape?
Of course not.
Because, no, she would never have anything to do with anything like that.
Tess, just keep your shirt on, okay? Calvin is a suspect, not her.
And he's starting to fit the picture. Scratch marks, the stabbing by a female, history of violence against women.
That doesn't necessarily make him a rapist.
Yeah, but it puts him in the frame. And you got to ask yourself why Natasha would falsely accuse an innocent man.
I'll tell you why. But she's too scared of the real bloke. Instead, she makes Sid the bunny.
The kind of phrase.
Okay, you can make jokes, but I don't buy it, any of it. And you know why? Because if it were true, Bridie would know Natasha, and she doesn't. They're both here. They don't even recognise each other. So stop trying to implicate my sister.
All right, you two, that's enough. Come in here, please. Sergeant.
Don't tell me not to care for my own sister.
What I was about to say is I realise that you're emotionally involved in this. That is all the more reason for you to...
To butt out.
Well, I wouldn't have put it quite so abruptly, but PJ has to be allowed to do his job. And currently, that job involves following up on both Calvin and Natasha to see if there's any link.
There won't be.
Fine. But don't deny my right to find one.
Do what you have to.
Thank you.
In the meantime, you can help by contacting Constable Parish at the hospital. Tell them not to let either of them go until PJ gets there.
Right.
Is this a pregnancy thing?
I hope so.
You're too late. Calvin's gone.
What?
We just checked himself out.
Why didn't you stop him?
What, arrest him without any grounds?
All right. Assuming that he's gone home, he shouldn't be hard to find. Now, what about Natasha?
Well, she's just in here.
Fantastic. Now I've lost both of them.
Now, let me get this straight. You had not one, but two people of interest in your hands, and they've both disappeared.
Well, nobody bothered to tell me they were of interest. Otherwise, I'd have held them on the spot.
I can understand you had no legal grounds to detain Calvin, but... Well, how long was Natasha out of your sight?
Oh, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes tops.
This is after she's had her forensic examination.
Yeah, we were waiting for the counsellor to come back, and she was quite upset after the examination, as any woman would be, so I offered to go and get some food.
Leaving her alone?
Well, there were hospital staff everywhere. Yeah, besides, she gave absolutely no indication that she was going to take off.
You're sure she didn't take off with Calvin?
No, I saw Calvin discharge himself. He was having quite a dust-up with the charge nurse over it. Look, as far as I know, there was absolutely no contact between them.
All right, well, with any luck, Calvin's gone straight home.
Yeah, well, it's another word, eh? Come on.
Any idea where Natasha might have gone?
Jones thought he did. He's gone after her.
Tess didn't say anything about Natasha, otherwise I'd have checked.
Well, she is a bit tense at the moment.
Who wouldn't be with a sister like that?
I just came into bed and so much blood.
Why don't we take her a seat?
His dad is... His dad! Oh, God.